Welcome to Poetic Horror.
Warning. Today's story may contain some content that could be sensitive to the ears of some younger viewers. So for your own protection, and so your parents don't lock you in a cupboard all day, stop this video now. You're still here? Okay, on your head be it. The art of necrophilia. It's not unheard of, and yet it's not common practice. But it's also a good method for those you don't want exploiting their forbidden fruit to. Or if you really want to sleep with them because you lack the charm and charisma to do it fairly. If only for one night. The man in today's story has found his calling when it comes to women, and now he does it for a living. He found the art of necrophilia not only pleasurable, but profitable. Let's observe the exotic fruits of his conquest. Written and narrated by David Cox, and music by Purple Planet. I call this story The Necrophilliac. A lonely rich man lived happily, content inside his homestead. He had a lot of one-night stands. Did not matter to him if they were dead. Reasons for his madness were simple. He did not have the charm or charisma to win. He tried a prostitute once, and it was fine. Except she took every penny from his money bin. So to make sure he was not broke, he took his top and tightened it around her throat. But as he stared at her lifeless body, his heart raced as he retrieved his coat. She looked almost as tempting as when she was alive, and it was still early in the night to go to bed. He continued making love to this woman all night. She seemed to perform better now that she was dead. Something immediately sparked within him that would boost his profits and put him back on track. He killed many women before and after sleeping with them. He come to the realization that he was a necrophiliac. The spoils he gained from many a corpse he sold for cash, and what he liked he would keep. He soon became one of the richest people in town, spending many a night a heavenly and pleasurable sleep. As for all those ladies, he would reuse them till they started to smell. His back garden became the graveyard of his conquests. He would strip them down first before burial, so he could take one last look at those once fine but decaying breasts. 9 months passed, and nothing had changed, as he sat in his home by the fire one night. Tapping away on his laptop, the flames of the fire blazing a heatful light. There was a voice in the distance, low and creaky like a raspy choke. But he ignored it as the fire crackled, giving the fire an extra poke. His back garden lay silent in the deep mist, until the ground began to shift, 2 small hands rose out from the soil. As they stood firm on the ground, they began to lift. All around the garden more stirred, as more hands followed suit. From the ground, little heads rose. But these ones looked far from cute. It was a nice, relaxing evening for the man. He felt the need to reminisce on his success. But as he opened the curtains to the back garden, his heart felt the sudden need to tightly compress. A bunch of hungry, disfigured faces stared at him, banging their small hands on the window. Low, croaky voices of what sound like baby calls, many in different levels of development, like a freak show. He stood back from the window, his head too clouded with fear. He could not see their eyes, for they were all tightly shut, referring to him as their daddy, repeating it over and over. The fruits of his conquest turned sour, a heaving feeling from his gut. He took the clock from the sideboard above the fire and threw it at the window, causing it to smash. To avoid himself of the horror, but fear had broken all common sense as the babies crawled in as quick as a flash. He continued to throw stuff as they got nearer, but they just kept on coming and coming, crawling under and over things like spiders, their mouths watering, reaching him, and thus the inevitable upcoming. There was not much left of him after the feast. The babies were gone. No more time left to play. Back into their homes in the back garden. A last burp as they lay silent with their mums to this day. Sleep tight, little ones. Mothers know best. And did you really think that dads can just get away without paying the child support? And even that cost him an arm and a leg. But parenting works both ways. The kids are now fed and mommy and daddy can finally rest in peace. Very poetic. A warning has been given. So don't blame me if you can't sleep tonight. I know I will. Very peacefully. Until next time, be sure to check out the music in this story, courtesy of Purple Planet, and feel free to like and subscribe for more content and poetic horror.